It's Friday. Peace and power to the people who struggle. As peace and power to the people that struggle. Peace and power to the people that struggle. Salute, salute, salute. As you come on in, know that you're in a safe space. Know that you're in a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that you're in a space of educating and being educated. Know that you're in a space of learning, getting learned up. Know that you're in a space for conversation, comments and concerns, dialogue. You're in a space of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, a space of truth or square. You're in your space, a space of love. Okay? Do you understand that? A space of integrity. Yes. A space where we come together on a path towards true liberation. A united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in. Come on in. Please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information. Funding hashtags, funding green screens, funding nicknames, all that. Unions that are Western, not Eastern, damn it. Grams that's filled with money. Yeah. Damn it, EBTs, all that. Keep all funding information in the chat for the duration of class. Fund the war effort, because we are at war. Yes. Yes. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, don't wait till it's too late. Book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late. Book an assessment. Don't wait until the judge say, bang! It's too late then. Don't wait till the officers already got you hemmed up. It's too late then. Man. Nah, man, don't wait till HR give you that slip. Book an assessment. Learn some strategies. Yeah, that you need. Learn some stuff about yourself, okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, book an assessment. Stop cutting up in front of the kids. Scaring them and shit. Daddy, stop. Mama. Yeah, cut it out. Stop aggravating your elderly in-laws. Stop getting that nervous cousin with the itchy finger upset. Listen. Be adults about it. Get some help. If you or anybody who knows the need of an intimate relationship abuse consultation, please book an assessment. Intimate relationship. Brother, sister, intimate. Cousins, intimate. In-laws, intimate. Employee, boss. Anybody who's in a very tight relationship and it's abusive, or you believe it to be, book an assessment. Find out the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you, characters and characteristics that should heighten your awareness, events, people, conversations, okay, that you should be alerted to. Remember, with this information, the life you save could be your own. How you do. Man, tag your classmates, let them know the Knicks got blown out. Ain't nothing else on. Yeah, they can't give it to you the way we getting ready to give it to you here. Yeah, so tag your classmates. Tell them to put down the tweeds. Tell them to close up that little moonshine bottle. Yeah, that Mad Dog. Yeah, that Wild Irish Rose. Close it up, damn it. Get out of the cold. Get in the barbershop. You know ain't nobody in there getting no cut. Turn me on the TV and get to watching. Let's get to educating. Yeah. Yeah, we got some people to tag, some new ones, some regular customers. Yeah, tag Dummy May again, because he think we stupid. So tag Dummy May. Tag Little Meech dumbass and the chicken balls. Yeah, tag all three of the new federales. Yeah, tag them. Somebody tag Tiger. Yeah, we gotta send some heartfelt message to Tiger and to the Wallace family. Tag them. Tag the COs. Yeah. The state COs. Tag them. They're on the picket line. And tag anybody you know who got somebody up north in New York State Correctional Facilities. Tag them. And that should be all of y'all. All of y'all should be tagging that. Yeah, man, because I know a lot of y'all. Yeah, tag them. Tag Detroit. We got another wayward mother. Tag Detroit. And tag Chicago. Somebody's been released. Yeah, and that's always a good thing. Yeah, but before we go anywhere, tag ASAP Rocky. I got to holler at him again because you hated on Bliz. Now you think you're going to get to the bag? Man, tag ASAP. Man, we ain't letting him live with that bullshit. Tag him. And while you at it, tag yourselves. Let's see who's in class, damn it. A Wood, first in class. Get him, A Wood. Ooh, wee. Yeah. Big Red Shaolin, we see you. As Beckles, London is in the building. What up, London? The UK massive. Yad gal damn, what's good? What up, Magic? Little Brit, what's good? Philip Boone, what's going on? Uh-oh. Ramos, what up? Bernie, we see you. Tierra the Youngin, what's good? Lovely lady, what's going on? Uh-oh. Snook the bed TV, and he got the apples. That's what I'm talking about. We see you. Okay, get your merch up. Get your merch up. Let's go. Let's get to it, damn it. Chop. What up, Chop? Bushhead, we see you. Melinda Damon? 55. 55. Yeah, 55. King Hayes. What up, Hayes? Please. Angel Dickinson, we see you. GB, what's going on? Geechee. What up, Geechee? Andrea Jones, we see you. What up? Coming in from Florida. That's what's going on. Kelly Novel, we see you. What's going on? Versace Broccoli. Versace Broccoli? Okay, we see you. Kenny Unholy Grail. Mahogany Phillips. Brownsville, we see you. M. Dot. Him Hot, what up? Yeah. Gene. Helene. KMU. What up? First responders in the building. Canada. What up, Canada? The great up north. Y'all first responders might have to go into the New York correctional facilities and fix them people up. See Blades, my sniper. What up, C Blades? Construction Site Media TV. D Stu 55. D Stu 55. Angel. Give D Stu 55. We see you. Bionic Prince, what up? Construction. We see you. Yeah. Kelton. 55. 55, Kelton. George Johnson, what up? Okay, classes like they gonna be getting their ass in every time they come up in here, see Blaze. If we ain't seen them, they trying to creep in late. 55. 55, they ass, damn it. Let's get to it. It's already 10 to 11. I ain't gonna be up in here with y'all all night. First and foremost, we send our heartfelt condolences to the rapper Tiger, who lost his mom's today. His mom's transition, 53 years young. Again, I'm in that club. I know how it feels. We say to him, may the universe send all the healing strength it possibly can. Okay? All the healing strength and power that it's going to take. And as I always say, it never, ever, ever heals. The grieving process when you lose a parent doesn't heal. You learn to manage it. You learn to manage it with therapy. You understand grief counseling and the such. So we send our condolences to Tiger and the rest of his family. BK, Brooklyn. We also know by now that the notorious Biggie Smalls, Christopher Wallace, His mother, Valletta Wallace, has transitioned tonight as well. Well, this evening. It's kind of late. News is already viral. She transitioned in a hospice. Yeah, okay. So again, we send condolences to you know, the Wallace family, Biggie's daughter, you know, Biggie's son, and the rest of BK. You know, again, when you lose a parent, regardless of age, it always stings. You dig? It always stings. Junior, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Okay? So, yeah. All right? Now, let's get to ASAP. Rocky. Let's be specific, because ASAP really is a rat. So we don't even, yeah, he testified a couple of days. So we ain't talking about him. We talking about ASAP Rocky. After the hate that he showed Bliz this week by winning trial and just putting a damn monkey wrench in Bliz and Riri MSG courtside date, since he wanted to hate so much, I thought that we wasn't going to speak of him anymore since he showed me such disrespect by beating that case. All right? He knew we had plans. But, okay, now, all of a sudden, ironically, we got to keep our eye out on this man. We already know he's in the whip. We know that, but check this out. So we know he always had little endorsements here and there, deals and all that, because, you know, he wanted them smooth, young, brown-skinned brothers. Okay? We seen him do his thing here and there. But now this, all of a sudden he's endorsing. He ain't even been free of charges. Hot damn. What is it, 72 hours? I keep telling y'all about them deals. All right? Now he's a creative director. What's with all these black men creating, being creative, directors for these brands? I would love to know. I would love to know, especially rap dudes who just came up rapping or maybe playing some beats here and there. All of a sudden, you're a creative director? We got to go into their history. But here we go. Rocky, A$AP Rocky, whose long-time work in fashion has included appearing in campaigns, partnering with Puma, and now co-chairing the forthcoming 2025 Met Gala. Co-chairing now, will be guiding creative projects and shaping the future of the brand as part of its Ray-Ban Studios. Ray-Ban. We got to keep an eye out now. We do know some folks believe, and I'm not, one of them, but a lot of folks, a lot of people, especially in the dirty section on YouTube, believe that A$AP is a little zesty. So we got to keep an eye out to see if we see any extreme zestiness. Okay? We know he took a gamble. In that trial, we know he showed a lot of courage in doing that. We know that he showed a lot of hate to Bliz, but we excusing that. We're going to excuse that. Especially since the niggas just got their ass blowed out that night. So we're going to excuse him hating on Bliz, but we got to watch the zestiness now. Okay? And he's already getting started, expected to arrive in April, Rocky will launch Ray-Ban's new blacked out collection. Now I'm wondering if he would have lost that trial, would they still have this in effect? Would they? How long has this been on the table? How long has he been working on this? I'm sure he was stressed for the last couple of months about this trial. So he wasn't creating nothing up then. No. And he couldn't have did it in 72 hours. So you see how they play in your face? But let's continue. Which the brand describes as a redesign of its mega icons glasses featuring disruptive frames that mesh with the classic look. Uh-huh. With a modern twist. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, what's up? Miami's in the spot. Hey, Ghoster. What up, M Cadet? 55. Well, that you made it to class. 55. Yeah. The new collection features gold-plated details and ultra-black lenses as part of Rocky's first move in his new role, which will allow him to design his own eyewear, direct campaigns, and redesign store themselves with influences from music, fashion, and the arts. Yeah, per a release. Now, this is what he says, okay? I've always admired Ray-Ban's ability to stay true to its roots while constantly evolving, Rocky said. Man, do you understand? Not only did he just hate on me, he went and got glass. Who the Ray-Bans? Now, again, I got a child that wears glasses. I have family members. I have a lot of people that wear. Ain't none of them wear no Ray-Bans in a minute. So again, I'm trying to figure out why we have a rapper from New York City getting ready to push a product towards our people who really don't be. No, we don't do that. Now, when I look, and I'm always looking at frames. When I look at frames, I'm seeing we seen the resurgence in Gazelles. I see a little resurgence in Yves Saint Laurent's YSLs. I've seen Gucci's, Chanel's. I've seen all frames. I haven't seen no Ray-Bans in a long time. And I really don't be looking at old face. But let him do him. Okay, but we just gonna be on the lookout for it, okay? We on the lookout for if he plays in our face, if any type of zesty activity come through, and if we see a bunch of people wearing Ray-Bans. So, salute, Rocky. But I'm waiting. I'm telling you, you getting some shit. I'm telling you, we gonna be. And I'm going to make it a class project. We're going to have the whole class in Riri DMs. We looking for a playoff, New York Knicks playoff, courtside date. Bliz and Riri. So don't get jammed up. I'm telling you, don't get jammed up, sir. And you going to be in a world of hurt. Okay? Now, this is disturbing to me, as I'm sure it is to many people. It was so disturbing when I first saw a meme of it or a pic with a caption. I didn't believe it was actually real until it started going viral and major news outlets started carrying the case. This mother, young mother, was arrested for abuse and neglect of her children, right? Now, this is coming out of Michigan. And, man, the case, the video of the house, the allegations, man, when I tell you, it breaks your heart, it breaks your soul, and it's just unfathomable in 2025. Like, I do a lot of work. I'm in the projects, I'm in private houses. Listen, I make home visits, and I do see a lot of hoarding, a lot of disorganization, unkept living arrangements, some real good time shit. And I don't want to say good times. We always go back to good times because why? Because back then, good times when it was on TV, not to say that the show showed that, you understand what I'm saying? But we knew of people who were living in some real crazy conditions in the projects and stuff like that coming up back in the 70s and 80s. In 2025 is absolutely no excuse. However, we do see it quite frequently, whether it's because the parents are separated or together and addicted, custodies, or going through some type of mental illness. We do see a lot of it. This case deals with this young mother again, another young mother who abandoned their children. Now, we've seen recently where people have left and gone trips for a day or two, or maybe go to work in a casino or stripping or somewhere and leave the kids for hours. This woman actually left her kids for years. Okay, young kids. And she recently appeared in court, faced the charges, and the judge went ham. Let's go to it. Truth Lady, Walaikum Assalam, Barakmatullah, Wabarakatuh. A judge set a $250 million bond Thursday for a Michigan woman who was accused of leaving 3 children alone for years in a house where conditions were so offensive that police evidence technicians wore hazmat suits. Kelly Bryant, 34, shook her head at times during her first court appearance on child abuse charges in Oakland County. Her lawyer entered a not guilty plea on her behalf. 3 children, ages 15, 13, and 12, were removed last week from a house in Pontiac where they had lived on their own since 2020 or 2021. Amid trash and feces and occasional food drops on the porch, police said. Defense attorney Cecilia, whatever this chick name is, Bound so acknowledged the very serious case, but she said Bryant was not a risk to the community and could be released from jail with an electronic monitoring device. Now, the judge was so appalled by the conditions, she really wanted to not give her a bail at all. At all. But we know what kind of drama that brings, right? And if you're not really knowledgeable of the law, you have to get a bail. Some states say a reasonable bail, but you have to get some sort of bail so it doesn't come back later on. So she gave her a bail, $250 million. And if she is able to reach that, she's definitely to have no contact with the children. Now, the 15-year-old was a young boy. The other 2, the 13 and the 12, I believe, little girls. So I'm trying to imagine this. Okay, we talking 2020, 2021. We know what we was going through at that time. This is how severe this is. We're talking through the pandemic. We're talking where everything was shut down. Okay, now these aren't her only children. She has one more who went, or she took this 4th child to live with the father, I believe, or other family members. So now she's 4 kids deep at 34. She's 34 now, so we got to go back to 2020, right? So we saying 29. So if we saying 29, man, right? Kids 10, we saying she started having them at 18, 19. We're trying to, me, I'm making an attempt to make sense of it. Now, people, of course, are demonizing her. She's facing life in jail. People are going ham and may be well deserved, okay? But we need some type of true mental history of who and what she is. Now, we could look. I've seen pictures. I posted a picture of her that came across the net with the long fingernails, the hair done, and all that. And again, I keep telling y'all, people put on these faces and they're able to socialize, right? Based on what they see in society and, mimic the bad biatch. You understand, to be out there. And these are the same bad bitches that these dudes are cash apping in their DMs trying to get with. You don't know. This is the same type of broad that ready to tell you, you got to pay half my bills or take me out to a $250 date and all this other weirdness. And she got a whole mess that she dealing with. This is why I keep telling you about images, about faces, right? Yeah, mask and costumes, because that's what she had. She got the eyes, the lashes, the wigs, the nails. Somebody was paying for it. You understand? She left these babies for years. We're not saying days or weeks. We saying years. There has to be a mental glitch up here. This is what they don't put out in the press. And I'm sure somewhere down the line we have to see it. Because she could have been suffering from postpartum after the first child. You understand? I see it all the time. I see these young girls running around with PTSD every day from childbirth, in complete shock because they lived in a space where they were socialized to speak to each other in a certain manner through the culture, right? Sexy Red and Glowilla and Lotto and them putting these lyrics out, and people are young and don't understand and they get caught up and they get a little tail up, and these little dirty ass dudes don't know nothing about nothing, and everybody talking about skeet, skeet, raw, raw, pull out game week, and all this other shit that people really can't comprehend. Had that baby, and now they pushing the baby in the street, waiting to get on the bus. Parents and kicked them out. They going through it. You can see the PTSD on them. You can see it. So we have to really try to get some type of understanding of who she is, because this is just not normal behavior at all. You mean to tell me she left babies unattended during the pandemic? Anything could have happened. They could have literally been snatched up and abducted at any given time. Could have ran away. House could have caught fire. We are talking about when the world shut down. They could have caught it from anywhere and expired. This is not normal behavior from a parent, and definitely not normal behavior from a melanated parent. So I'm guessing, I can only make an educated guess through my work, that she was too young to be having children. You understand? Yeah, she did. She would drop. They said she would drop off groceries at a time, and then I believe afterwards there would be grocery drops sent. probably through some type of shopping app or whatever. But however, she was paying rent too. She was paying rent up until I believe they said last October. So she has some type of cognition. Again, just because people can move in society in a certain way doesn't mean they're right and exact. Okay? Doesn't mean that they're right and exact. And I'm telling y'all, it happens all the time. I see it. You can view it. You can visual. You know the signs once you're in the work and you speak to a lot of people who are not well, who are not 100%. They're key traits that come about. And young girls, man, gone. Gone, especially if they're not prepared for that adult life because it's tight now. You just not getting that assistance the way this ain't the 80s and the 90s. Just not walking up in Welly and they just giving you shit. Nope. Not happening. And these girls find themselves traumatized again and again and again, having to trust people, having to go out, having to deal with abusive older men. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And it's severe mental illness at that point. And this is what we dealing with. This is what we deal with. But this case just happened to have legs. And maybe because it was during the pandemic that nobody was able to really key in on what was going on. I'm trying to figure out, like, hold on, they have a certain age. The school district wasn't alerted because when you have these babies from the moment they school age and they start being in the system, once you have a certain amount of absences and neglect, it's bells and whistles. So she didn't leave until, man, Shorty might have been 10. And we talking about what? 4th and 5th grade for him, right? And the others is at least in 3rd grade. So where is the remedies? Where is the government involvement in this? So again, we watching, they pushing her as the narrative, but again, there's a lot of people with a shared responsibility in it. I even seen somebody give an interview to the news who is supposedly the sister-in-law, and she believed that the kids was somewhere else. We knew she was a bad parent, but we didn't know it was this extreme. Now, she looked like an old fake. I don't know. I'm not from the D. I ain't been to Detroit, but I know there's a lot of Eminem. There's a lot going on out there. You know, a lot of mixing, mingling, and all that, and man, a lot of them could be passing, but she seemed like an old face. So we haven't seen the children, right? We don't know. But again, there were people involved that could have jumped in on that. Okay? That could have jumped in on that. And we, like I always say, as a community, have to do much better. We have to do much better. You understand? Because that abuse for them kids, like 15, and the little girls is 12 and 13. That's puberty age. And y'all gotta live in filth. Some of those winters was extremely cold. I'm just thinking, how did they make it? How did they get through that? You understand? So we'll figure it out. You know, but it's an extreme case of abuse. We are hearing that the children are with relatives and they're doing well. You understand? And we wish them the best. But Detroit, y'all be in class a lot. Y'all be the subject of class. Detroit, come on, let's get it together, man. Let's do. Cause y'all, man, y'all got a lot going on out there. Yeah. Y'all got a lot going on out there. So she is zero tolerance. Sister-in-law is white. She's white, right? I just want to be sure. I don't want to, put the old face stamp on her and she passed. Remember, I told y'all about Mr. Woodrow and them in Sparta. I thought they was white for years. Okay? All right. So good. We got that off the ground. All right? Because it's hard. It's hard. You dig? Truth lady said an AKA is running things out there, huh? All right. All right. So then we gotta get it together. We gotta get them up out of here. All right? Yeah. Okay. I hear that. Now, let's get to your man. Let's get to your man, Dummy May. Let's get to your man, Dummy May. Yeah, man, because he think we stupid. Yeah, let's get right to him. Let's get right to him. Dummy Mayweather. Mm-hmm. And he think we're stupid. I don't know why you picked New York. I really don't know why you picked New York. But I'm going to tell y'all for an absolute fact. I'm going through there. Y'all could bet that. I might go live from there because I'm just not going to let nobody stunt. Not on me and not on the peoples. Not on my class. When you say New York, I pops up. People know I'm notorious for it. You talk slick, I pop up. I'm in your hood. You want to see me? You know where I'm at. East New York, baby. 75th Precinct. You dig? But I'm definitely going to see Dummy Mayweather. I'm definitely going to check this out because I don't believe it. You keep stunting on social media like nobody's going to go investigate. You talking about you own all these buildings and all these units? Yeah, I'm going to come through there. Definitely. I got you. Okay? But before we get into this dummy and his latest statement, especially the video that we seen of him walking through New York, you didn't see the street at all. You didn't see an avenue, but we know he was in New York. We know that. We seen him walking and saying, come see me. This is mine. Look at all these units. This is real estate. Come through. I'ma come. Bet you that shit as soon as I get the exact location. Before we get into that though, let's get into the picture. Okay? Now, Little Meech was catching plenty of heat. Plenty of heat, okay, for, getting caught up into his father's Big Meech's beef with 50 and the pictures and with Chicken Boss and all this other stuff. Two disturbing vids came out. Well, vid and a pic. First, we see a vid of Lil Meech in the club with the Chicken Boss, and the Chicken Boss saying something to the effect of, yo, tell your pops I got him. Tell your pops I got him. Like, damn, son, this shit been viral for a week, over a week, and you still ain't get at that man? You still ain't put no bread in his clothes after you just allowed 50 to destroy it? To get the whole little event that was supposed to be on my born day? Cadet was ready. She had her outfit ready. She had her hair ready. She was ready to go. The whole Miami was ready to go. And what happened? Shut it down. Shut it down. Why was it shut down? Why? Because of what 50 said? Because of what he was doing? If it was supposed to happen, it should have happened. He shouldn't have been able to cause that to shut down. Regardless of who was pulling out, he should have had enough support from the people to keep it moving if it was right and exact. Right? It should have popped off, but it didn't. So now that it didn't pop off, everybody should fall back from that. Everybody should fall back from that situation because it's hot. It's hot as a goddamn coal. You know that coal. Yeah, hot coals. Why would Lil Meech have himself in a video, a live video with the chicken balls? Why? 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 Tell me why. That makes no sense. And the chicken ball smiling, smiling and mouthing something to the fact, yo, to pops, I got. When you got him? When you got him? Because y'all just blew any opportunity that this man had, regardless of if he ratted or not. Now, we know he with the chicken boss who was police. We know that. We know that. Failed CO. We could know that. We know that the chicken boss was in some type of business deal and arrangement with Jay-Z and Rock Nation and all that, and Def Jam and all that. We know they in cahoots. Okay? So that's a little sus. But for them, for Little Meech and the Chicken Balls to take a flick with Dummy Mayweather in a club, when we know for a fact that Dummy Mayweather is an agent for the Israelis? What kind of sense do that make? So if you wasn't a rat, if Rick wasn't suspect, he definitely suspect now. Money? Y'all with the dummy man? Y'all with Dummy Mayweather? Yeah, Curtis, we said that. Curtis, you ain't saying nothing slick. I already told y'all the beginnings of a snitch. I told y'all that. And then I said Adam was the first snitch. You already know I said that. I said Adam was the first snitch. He told on Eve, damn it. Told on her. That was the beginnings of ratting. Yeah. In the Euro context, yeah, he told. He told. And because Eve came from his rib, he told on himself, rat. And if we believe in the Psalms, everything went to hell after that. Everything was out of whack because he told. Rat. You understand? So now, why would Lil Meech be with the chicken boss and Floyd Mayweather? Why? That made absolutely no sense. So now, y'all definitely have zero street credibility. We already know that. Dummy Mayweather is a foreign agent for the Israelis. They own him. Straight like that. Straight like that. Been over there several times, shook hands with Netanyahu and all that. So we know that for a fact. Why would you do that, Lil Meech? Why? That made zero sense. You sandwich in between. No, matter of fact, he wasn't in between the chicken. Y'all had Dummy with his stupid ass Royal Canadian Mountie hat with the red bullshit. That shit you was wearing with Brother Polite. You was wearing that same dumbass hat years ago with another rat agent, Pedialyte. You was with. Don't y'all understand who this man is? And y'all still letting him stunt and play games? So now, Lil Meech, you definitely just lost everything behind that. Behind that. And people can't tell him nothing. That's how he really messed the bag up. Y'all want to know how he messed the bag up? And how he ain't have nothing to give to his father when he came home? Because he used to beat club promoters. They used to pay him for walkthroughs and he wouldn't show up. Or he'd try to show up and not walk through. And that became his little thing. So promoters stopped booking him. That's how he blew that bag. You get a little chunk, and again, with that hustler mentality, what I told y'all hustlers are, you tricking, you blowing, you running around and not knowing how to keep things up. That's how he blew the bag. Everybody tell y'all or try to work around it and don't have no first-hand information. That's why he blew the bag, because he couldn't keep it. He couldn't maintain it because he was doing dumb shit like that. And promoters got sick and tired of it. So now, again, I don't know what y'all interests be in these individuals, because they don't do nothing for nobody anyway, whether they got a little bit of the bag or not. None of that shit trickles down to the community at all. But Dummy think he's saying something slick. Now, he just put a little video out that I've been seeing on Twitter, right? With him saying, yeah, come on through. This is all me. I have no partners. Now, he wants me. He wants us to believe that he has 1,000 units in Manhattan. We not talking the Bronx. We damn sure ain't talking about Brooklyn. We ain't talking about Queens neither. Manhattan. 1,000 units with absolutely zero partners. But there's no address. And I did a quick search for these units. I'm looking for the realtor so I can put in an application. I want to live in Manhattan. I wouldn't mind. Let me see, because if there are no partners, that means we should be paying rent directly to you, right, Dummy May? That means you are the landlord since you have no partners. So I'm going to make sure that I go and find the realtor so I could put an application in. So Floyd himself can deny the application or approve the application, right? Yeah, Mr. No Partners. You understand? And it should be much easier now than it had been in the past. Because what they don't know, what I know, see, I've been doing this a long time. Ever since they started gentrifying East New York and pushing people up and out. Man, I've been on the economy for a minute. I know landlord-tenant court. I know landlord-tenant leases and rights and realtors and agents. I know that very well. Nigga, I can show you how to get an apartment in NYC. I know the struggles, but let's go to something that happened as of recent that should make it very, very easy for me to find whether or not Mr. Dummy Mayweather really is on his own with this, because when you do any search, nothing really comes up other than this purchase, and it's still not no real credible sources. We seeing nothing on it other than that is what's supposed to have happened. Shit, I never seen Trump with 1,000 units, nor the Catwoman, nor Leona Hemsley, nor the chick on Shark Tank. What is her name? Oh my good, Gwinnett. What is her name? You know her name. Yeah. Nah. But he wants us to believe that a struggling boxer that was strapped for cash, that he owed Arabs and stuff like that money, that he all of a sudden was able to do it. We're going to see. But I want y'all to check this out. Over half of New York City households are classified as rent burdened, meaning they spend more than 30% of their income on rent. Moving costs often add to the financial stressors already impacting rent-burdened families, with prospective renters facing a host of upfront expenses, including first month's rent, a security deposit, credit report fees, and background checks. Something that I know very, very well. Very well. Okay? Often a fee for a real estate broker hired by the property owner is an additional cost that can range from 1 month's rent to as much as 15% of the annual rent. In 2023, the average New Yorker moving to a new apartment spent nearly $13,000 upfront cost. I told y'all that previously. I moved several times between 2018 and now. And each time it was an average about that. Month rent, month security, month broker's fee, and whatever you need as far as trucking and all that to move. Shit, out of town, that's a down payment on a crib. That's what it's like being in NYC. So if you can't do it, you don't do it. That's it. You can survive here, you can survive anywhere. Okay? That's about right. Okay? Put that out there. The FAIR Act, which is new, ensures transparency for tenants to not unfairly be burdened with additional costs by placing the responsibility for a broker's fee on the party that actually hired them. Okay, so this is what was going on. The landlord wouldn't speak directly to you. You got to get a broker. So you got to hire, or the landlord moves with a broker. So now the broker is getting a fee from the landlord and a fee from you. Sometimes they've been working at it for a long time, so the broker will waive the landlord's fee. You don't know because you don't know them, but you paying this broker a whole month. So now, if the rent is $2,500, you gotta pay $25 month in security and $25 to the broker. That's what it was. So now they got rid of that. Okay? Let me show you how they get rid of it. Today, introduction, and this is an old article. Introduction 360 A, known as the FAIR Act, became law as a result of the mayor taking no action within 30 days of its passage. Now, this went through city council. Mayor refused to sign it. Refused to sign it. So he damn sure didn't care about rentals. No, he didn't care. Whatever happened to you happened to you. Okay? Because he didn't want to get in a jam because why? Most landlords are Jewish. So he's not going to sign off on something that's going to cause them any harm, any discomfort. So I'm not going to sign it. But the city council passed it. The new law, which will take effect 180 days after becoming law, prohibits landlords from passing the fees of brokers they hire onto prospective tenants. It brings greater fairness to New York City's rental housing market for prospective tenants, often burdened with nearly $13,000 in upfront costs. Yeah. Including thousands of dollars in broker's fees, even when they did not request the services. How you like that? You dig what I'm saying? Mayor Adams declined to sign the bill into law and began voicing last-minute opposition before its passage, even after his administration had already negotiated with the council to support it. And I guess when? When he came back from Israel. Okay? Yeah, this is the funny style shit. So now we should be able to find a broker that's ready, willing, and able to get us into Dummy Mayweather's rentals. It should be no problem if he's really on his own and no partners, as he just stated. I ain't got no partners. This is all me. Like Don Cornelius and Soul Train. This is all me. Really, Floyd? We're going to see. Because damn it, we're going to go through and see if this is really you. Because I hope you understand what that means as a landlord in NYC. Boy, the paperwork is right there. It's right there. Once you know how to go through there, once you know how to begin the process. Yeah, yeah. So all that Hummer stunting you doing, that shit gonna come to an end real soon. Real soon. New York City, you can't play games. Nah, baby. We could just walk up into the courts and really get into it. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna see if you really have no partners or if you just stunting, if you just a front man. Okay? Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait to get through there. Yeah, because y'all need to know that. Y'all need to know that. Y'all need to know if it's true or not. Okay, we did that. We did that. Well, yeah, we moving right along. Yeah, we moving right along. Okay, let's get to some good news. Let's get to some good news. Yeah, how y'all doing out there? I ain't seen no man. Listen, get at them, Sea Blades. They playing. It's Friday. It's Fish Friday. I didn't go on early because I couldn't. Yeah, I ain't going early because I couldn't. Y'all think I forgot it's Fish Friday? Ain't nobody help with no whiting or nothing? That's all right. I know how we do. I know how to do it. Watch. Watch how we do this. Yeah. Watch how we do this. Yeah. Yeah, I don't forget nothing. Let's go to Chicago now. Yeah. Some good news. Your mom fried fish tonight? Yeah, it's Fish Friday. That's right, Olsen. Yeah. Yeah. Supposed to. Yeah, the whitings and shit. Get a little flounder fillet. Yeah, put that in there too. Yeah. Yeah, get you some mussels. Yeah, you gotta do it up on Friday when people act nice, you know? But, when people believe, you understand that you ain't that dude that they could just come through and consistently, get this information. Like it's all right. Like my paperwork ain't good. Yeah. It's gonna be a day where this gonna be the only class popping. And that's when C Blade's gonna start deading people. Straight up, C Blade, get their ass out of class. They act crazy. Yeah. 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 Let's go. Chicago. After nearly 30 years, 30 years, a man who was wrongly convicted of an unalivement in Chicago was able to walk free Thursday night. Robert Johnson was 16 years old when he was arrested and sentenced to 80 years in prison. He was let out of the Cook County Jail Thursday evening after his conviction was vacated by a judge. Johnson's attorneys said police took him from his grandmother's house and arrested him in connection with the April 14th, 1996 unalivement of Eddie Bignon, a drug dealer who was shot and unalived in a robbery in his apartment. Damn, 96. 96. April 14th. I think that was the day I was up top. I think that's the day I went up north. April 96. A blue trial. Nope. I was already up top. Anyway, Johnson's grandmother, Mary Johnson, is now 92. They reunited on Thursday night. After almost 3 decades behind bars, Johnson said he was desperately looking forward to the hugs from family and friends. I don't think, excuse me, this is very triggering, y'all. I didn't think this day was going to happen, he said. Johnson was sentenced to prison after a juvenile gave false testimony, even though no physical evidence or witnesses tied Johnson to the case. The juvenile later recanted his testimony and said police forced him to implicate Johnson falsely. Detectives on the case had previously worked under disgraced former Commander John Burge, who oversaw the torture and coerced confessions of at least 125 people from the 1970s to the 1990s. And it's triggering, man, because I'm telling you, when I think of all of those people who was beaten and tortured and forced to tell on each other or tell on people, and it's usually kids who's not really, really well seasoned in the street, because the well seasoned kids, when we was out there was no such thing as telling or snitching. You could beat us, you could do whatever. Wasn't happening. Wasn't going to do it. So between hearing stuff like that and the elder who just came home from doing almost 50 years, the shit is just, man, it strikes deep. And then I always, go back to the Exonerated Five and in that movie, and Shorty was like, yo, I told on you. They made me tell on you. Yo, that shit hits deep because I know they wasn't built like that. And they let them punk ass cops in Manhattan do them dirty. And I'm talking about when you come up in 75th Precinct, 69th Precinct, 67th. Nigga, man, we was getting beat on like it wasn't shit. That came with the territory. Our OGs, man, was like, yo, listen, this is what it is. I seen the Tomahawks get beat down. I seen the older guards get beat down in the early 80s. And by the time we was up in it, 85, 86, that's just what it was, man. I done been spit on. I done been beat with walkie-talkies, beat with rusty 38s, all type of shit. Going through the system 6 and 7 days in back of paddy wagons, starved, all that. So when you hear shit like this from people who wasn't in the mix, it hit different. Dude did 30 years, man. This shit hit different. Officer Burge was fired from the police department in 1993, a few years before the Johnson case, after a police review board found he had tortured a suspect. He was convicted of lying about torture in testimony he provided for a civil case in 2010, and he died in 2018. As for Johnson, he credits his faith in God and the letters he wrote while he was incarcerated. I screamed, but nobody listened to me, said Johnson. He also credits his grandmother. She never left me, Johnson said. She used to always say, well, Robert, I hope I'm here when you get out. And I used to always say, Grandma, don't say that. You're going to be here. And man, she was here. This lady held on. And I'm telling you, if that was his only motivation to get through what he was getting through, and that lady held on, man, listen, I'm telling you, nothing beats that, yo. Nothing beats that. Soap, what up, Soap? Intellectual Soapbox. Go, OG. You already, yeah, much love. Yeah, that shit is deep. People don't understand it. That's why they play games with street life and the way that shit is pushed through in music and literature and TV and make jokes of it. It's not a game. And if more of our people understood what it is, even those who going through it, they go through it and don't understand. They don't connect to that shit. It's not a game. And Robinson was thrilled that she was. My only wish to God was to live to see my grandson walk through the door. And he did, she said. I'm just so grateful. He looks good, doesn't he? In the future, Johnson said he already has his GED and is working towards an associate's degree, but he also plans to advocate for people wrongly convicted like him. That shit is so deep. And I got people who are up top still, who did things. I got people who was up top who never did things. It's just a weird dynamic. And it happens to our people. You rarely, rarely, rarely hear it happen to any other group of people. Any other, regardless of their economic status, you know, whether they're poor old phase or you don't hear it. It's consistent with us. Consistent. Sabrina Scott, peace, much appreciation. It's consistent. That's always our story. Which is why we should be the group that refrains from it at all costs. At all costs. You dig? Because that has been our story for so many years. And it has to stop. It has to stop. So we shouldn't be in harm's way of law, of the justice system. We shouldn't have our babies out there. Our young men, 16, they snatched them. The older man who did 50 joints, they snatched him at that age, 16, between 16 and 18. Why? Because those are the years when you are a soldier. That's when you're at your strongest. And there's no way we can consistently sit in spaces and not educate each other and say, yo, hold up. Don't follow them. Move from them. And then move them up out of our communities. They can't be around us if they're in that bullshit. Go that way with it. And if you don't want to willingly go that way with it, we got something for you. But you're not going to poison our people no more. Because that jail shit is real. It's real. Very real. When these dudes come and biggest boss and all this fake tough guy, foul bullshit that they on, chicken bosses and shit, custies in the industry fronting as if they did anything in the streets for real. Yeah, people supposed to be knocking their heads right off. Off. It's not a game. You wanna know how quickly your life could be snuffed out? Let me just show you the levels to this shit. Okay? Let me show you the levels to this because people think it's okay. Well, I gotta do what I gotta do. Yo, nah, I'm outside. I gotta get to it. I can't do nothing else. I don't want to do nothing else. Yeah, I could go do a few years. I could go do 10 years. I could go do 6. Yeah, man, whatever I got to do because that's who I am. Right? Right? And I keep telling y'all, at any given time, you ain't promised to make it up out of no jail. Never. Let's see how quickly shit can change. Okay? Buffalo, New York. Correction officer strikes are continuing for a 4th day on Thursday, which means today is the 5th day, after a judge granted a temporary order Wednesday night mandating that the strikes stop. These old-faced Said, damn that judge. Correction officers are striking at more than 30 prisons across the state, including 4 in Western New York. Attica Correctional Facility, Collins Correctional Facility, Wendy, the hospital correctional facility, and Lakeview Correctional Facility. Okay? Okay? Attica has striking police. Do you know what the hell Attica is like with no police? Do y'all understand what happened in 1971 in the Attica riots when they turned up in Attica? And how many inmates were unalived? When they had to take back the prison? Do you understand? How many correction officers, staff were unalived? How many people were beat down? Yeah. So imagine somebody just this week getting up north, or last month just getting up north talking about, yeah, man, I'm going to knock this little time out. Yeah, I'm just going to do what I do. Why you say monster? Why block monster? They on strike because they want to beat you. And there's certain things in there that's not allowing them to beat you, and they doing mandatory overtime, and they don't like it. Let's go. Officer demands include the reversal of the controversial HALT Act. Higher staffing levels, no overtime mandates over 16 hours, mandated body scans for visitors, scans of mail coming to inmates, and a $5,000 bonus for new employees. This is their demands, okay? So they want to scan all the mail coming to you, all of it. Yeah. And mandated body scans for your visitors. So when your little thick ass little thought child's mother coming up, they want a body scan, huh? If your granny coming up, they want a body scan, huh? If your mama still look a little nice, yeah, I'm talking about to you youngins that stay in the street and make your mother cry because you up north at 2021 and she coming through 43 and fine. They want to scan her. Yeah, this is what they want. The union and the state have been negotiating in recent days, but it is unknown if progress has been made. Okay? Let's continue. Corrections officials halted all outside visits to New York State prisons in the face of a growing jail guard strike and sporadic inmate unrest as riots erupted at another upstate lockup Thursday. So now they rioting. So now there's no police in a couple of them spots that are dorms, and dudes is getting poked out. Yeah, they getting stabbed. And if there's no visits, you know what's happening now? When there's no visits, that means you ain't getting no plantains, you ain't getting no solid white tuna, you ain't getting all that little shit that you be stressing your moms and your baby moms and your granny to bring to them. Yeah, they not getting none of that shit. Okay? So they little lockers is getting low. They're getting feisty, and without no visits, all those dope fiends that's up there is getting sick and restless. So it's going to be a lot of stabbings. It's going to be a lot of people getting their grippers bust down. It's going to be a lot of dudes getting cut in the face. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So all that easy 5 or 6 years that you thought you was going to do, it just turned up overnight by circumstances you had no control over. Okay? Circumstances nobody had no control over. Why? Because the outside political conditions is getting crazy. 47 is doing a lot. And everybody is feeling the stress if you in the mix like that. He don't care if you white. He don't care if you black. He don't care if you Arab. if you are not making money for that institution, the way that they're moving between him and Elon and whoever else he got going on, you're getting fired. So these cuts is going all around the board. And whatever happens, happens. So these COs, these dirt farmers that's up north is getting scared. And they want more for doing what? For just watching people, melanated people who can't keep their shit together in the street because they listening to dumbass rap dudes like the Chicken Boss, dumbass rap dudes like Jay-Z, dumbass rap dudes that keep pushing bullshit. These drill rappers and all that think it's a game. Now, I wonder how the jail gonna look a month from now if these people are still striking. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. I hope that y'all got young kids listening to this class because this shit gonna get real. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get letters. Y'all need to get out of here. Yo, you're gonna start seeing a lot of people crying. Yo, my son hung up in jail. He couldn't do it. You're gonna see a lot of that. I'm telling you because it turned up quick, and those who ain't really built for it, and even some of those who are, when those conditions get crazy like that, let's continue. The newest uprising by out-of-control inmates struck the Riverview Correctional Facility, a medium security site near the banks of the St. Lawrence River in Ogdensburg. No staffers was hurt during the chaos, which broke out around midnight amid rising tensions between prisoners and their overseers. Okay? I was in Riverview. I know how that shit get. I was also in Lakeview. Yeah. And those are the worst. Because those is way out. And the further out you get, the more racist the OFA officers are. So when they fall back, and in these dorm areas, most of those medium security spots is where all the drill dudes, the gang dudes is in them spots. And it's going to turn up. It is what it is. No visits, no dope, no weed, no cookies. It's going to get real violent. No police. Now, let's get to the real good part. Later, the 10 or 15 overnight guards withdrew again to an administrative section after inmates started breaking glass and trashing the dorms, which hold as many as 500 inmates. Union officials later told the news that the guards fled their posts because they were worried about their safety. So now the inmates got control of the building. In those mediums, if you can't get to the mess hall, you got to eat what's in the dorm. They're going to run through that in 2 or 3 days, especially with no packages, no visits coming through. Let's continue. The staff called for help. The state officials sent in 2 emergency teams meant to quell the discontent. Last night, an incident occurred at Riverview Correctional Facility in which staff vacated their posts, leaving the dorms unsupervised. A spokesperson for the New York Department of Corrections and Community Supervision told the news. So it's popping off. I hope your little skinny ass nephew or son can do what he do. We already seen what happened with Robert Brooks. We seen that. Now, those officers have been charged, but trust and believe they didn't want to charge them because that happens for decades up there. But not to, shame the victim, but he damn sure didn't look like he was up north working out. He damn sure didn't look like he could take a beat down. And it proved that he couldn't because he's not here with us today. Okay? But After a month or two with no packages, no real food sustenances, even the biggest brolic dudes is going to get real weak. And now this happens. National Guard soldiers and Humvees entered the grounds of Attica Correctional Facility. So now they sending the National Guards in already. And most of y'all ain't even hear about this shit. We only 5 days in. Later in the day, the governor's office said in a statement that 3,500 members of the New York National Guard started reporting for duty and will support corrections workers at prisons with tasks including distributing meals and medication to incarcerated individuals and help maintain general order and wellness in the facilities. National Guards. The last time the National Guards was in facilities, they was in Guantanamo Bay, sticking bayonets in Muslim brothers behind, making Muslim brothers hump on each other naked. That's documented. They was wilding in Guantanamo Bay. Can you imagine what they gonna do in Attica, in Windy, in Collins? Collins, at least when I was up north, was a prison, Collins 1 and Collins 2, where they had the program for dudes that like to scrape people in the street. So that's going to be common knowledge. National Guard's going to be up in there doing what they do. A lot of grippers going to be getting blown out. This is what jail is. So while you in the street playing games, while y'all blowing at people and spinning the block and doing all this weird shit, thinking it's sweet, having absolutely no conscience of the circumstances and the consequences that you gonna face because they telling you that the mountains are sweet. Yeah, come on, son, you get big. Yeah, we be up north, we chilling. Okay. Let's continue. The strikes have upended the lives of prison inmates and their families who have been denied access to everything from lawyer to family visits. Okay? The lockdowns have also restricted access to religious services, parole hearings, and medical treatment. So now, if your ass was supposed to go to the board this week, you done did 10 years, and you was going to the board to get a release date, that's been halted. Do you know what kind of stress that shit is? Huh? Okay. Our family members and their incarcerated loved ones are gripped by fear of what may happen with the governor's calling in of the National Guard, citing the massacre of people inside Attica by the National Guard soldiers in 1971. They still remember that. Okay? So again, parole hearings, medical treatment, and religious services restricted. That's how easy, boom, your life could be altered in jail. Easy, quick. I'm saying, Attica, they not coming out of their cells. Guarantee you that. Neither is Windy. Guarantee you that. And when it starts spreading, when they get to Comstock, they already striking in Clinton, Dannemora. So again, all of the maximum security prisons, when this shit get thick like that, nobody's coming out their cell at all. So now, if you got a bunkie, if some of y'all is in those spots, it's going to get real. Bunkies is okay when you can get to the yard, you can get in and out, but when you lock down and it's a consistent lockdown and dudes ain't getting along, somebody going to get poked. Yeah, poked with something sharp and maybe poked in them grippers. Since this is going back to the 70s, a lot of things that was happening in the 70s could happen real quick, real soon. Why? Because we are not socialized to be militant. I haven't heard about the BGF in a long time. So there's no camaraderie in jail. None. It's a same shit that y'all got going on in the streets. Yo, who got the dope? Yo, who blowing trees? Yo, fun, who throwing it up? Yo, this is what it is. So if you got people up top, man, listen, and you need somebody to talk to, book a session because it's going to get real. It's going to get very real. It is said that families were reporting lockdowns and other restrictions at Bear Hill, Franklin, Upstate, Collins, Elmira, 5 Points, Otisville, Clinton, Greenhaven, Woodburn, Eastern, Attica, Auburn, Clinton, and Windy. Maxes, all maximums. I'm telling you, I know. And I know it's real deals because 9/11, I went to the board on 9/11. Yeah, that very day, while I was outside in mid-state, on the porch pulling up, watching TV early in the morning, I saw the second plane. Yeah. Or what we thought was the second plane hit, whatever they fed us. And I was going to the board that day. And anybody could look it up. And anybody that was in mid-state going to the board know what happened. Shut down. You know, it was dudes that were supposed to go home that day. And if you were going towards New York City, they put your ass in a box. Either they put you in a box or they locked you in the infirmary. And dudes was losing their mind. Panicked because nothing of that magnitude had ever happened. So they thought they wasn't going home. I went to the board that afternoon. Instead of postponing the board, they had us coming in there one at a time, quick, fast. What's your name? What are you here for? Wasn't asking no questions and nothing. Quick, out of here, out of here. And every one of us got 2 more years. Deuce, deuce, deuce. And then October, what happened? Everybody got let go. Okay? So again, you could play games in the street. You could consistently and continuously think that you living in the 80s and the 90s and that going to jail is some type of badge of honor. And when your ass get up in there, it turns real quick. Real quick. I guarantee you nobody saw a strike coming. I guarantee you that shit. There was no words. Nobody spoke that. I guarantee you that. Yeah. So while you're in the street bullshitting and the world is revolving and people positioning and you don't have political representation and nobody give a damn about you and nobody don't give a damn about us and nobody's taking it serious because everybody want to be on YouTube talking dumb shit and gossip and getting to bags that you ain't getting to, that's making deals with old face that's going to use you up for whatever sick agenda they got. It's on you. It's on you. Just that simple. When dudes is on here trying to educate, lift people up, give them a clear view and tangible tools that they can use daily to improve the quality of their life, and we get ignored, it's on you. It's on your kids. Because don't nobody want to hear shit. Ain't nobody going in the mountains. You can't now. And all the fake dudes, yo, I be writing dudes. Dudes see me. Y'all get calls and all that. Them dudes is going to hate y'all. Because y'all know real support. How can y'all support them now? Huh? That little fake ass phone calls, them little punk ass letters, and that shit don't help now. Them dudes ain't eating. They ain't getting no visits. They're not leaving cells. And when it get thick and they start riding and carrying on, them guards is going to whoop them out because it's new leadership. It's a new sheriff in town, and his name is 47, and he's barking on governors. You ain't going to be here long. You ain't listening to me. You out of here. And if he tell that Kathy chick to send, she already sent the National Guard. And if he say, yo, they getting out of pocket, control them niggas in jail, they gonna come through there and bust ass. And then I want these same YouTube dudes to continuously tell you it's cool. To have these dudes on there wallowing and talking and yo, this and that and making deals and being in sports and this and that and yo, keep that shit up. Keep it up. I want to see where that shit gets you. Because every day I get vindicated because I know what I'm doing is on point. I'm not here to bullshit with you. Not. I'm telling you what it is. Get your ass out of that street. Get political. Clean your ass up. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. And you better start knowing who your enemy is. Because you could keep clowning on YouTube if you want. You could keep looking at ass on Instagram all day if you want. But them prisons, whether they rioting or not, whether they got COs in there or not, somebody can put your ass in one of them beds. They got room for your black ass. And they snatching everybody up. So keep playing. I want y'all to keep ignoring. I want y'all to keep not supporting because I'm good. Trust and believe. I'm good. I'm a leader. I know my shit. Keep ha-ha and chuckling and giggling with these dudes that's working for these old fays. Keep it up. And you're going to lose your babies. You're going to lose your young men and your young women. Yeah. Keep it up. Keep it up. Over the past year, they took about 1,000 gang members off the street from Brooklyn to Queens and the Bronx. All of them on their way up north. All of them getting ready to go up in that shit there. Half of them there already. Yeah. We're going to see how fun it is. We're going to see how much that plane is. We're going to see how much of that street lingo is going to be worth up in there. Now that it's getting real. Because after it, and should they get what they want from the state, it's going to be back to business as usual. Okay? Yeah. Back to business as usual. And on that note, I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm out of here. It's a war going on. I got to really prepare. I got to study. I got to rest. I got to make an attempt to eat good. And as always, love my classroom assistants for always holding it down. Trust y'all, we're going to hit that curve soon. And I'm telling you, classroom assistants, I'm telling y'all, we're going to be the only thing smoking on this here. Because you can't deny it. If you ain't political, if you ain't militant, all the drinking and smoking in the world ain't going to save you. All the working with the old phase ain't going to save you. That window is closing. Real sharp. You got to know where you stand in this war. And most of them ain't ready. They hummer stunting. It just ain't hit them yet. They don't know what to talk about. They can't tell y'all shit. Straight like that. They can't tell y'all a damn thing because they never been there. Never experienced it. They don't have the cognition to do it. Nothing. All right? So we gonna rock. I'm telling y'all. Only thing here real soon. Unless they pull a plug on us. You dig? So again, classroom assistants, much appreciation for holding it down. As always, to those who funded the war effort, much appreciation. To those who didn't, we know why you here. We get it, but I'm telling you, y'all could keep playing around with Umar and the rest of these clowns if y'all want to. He's next class. We got him too. You like calling people crusty, huh? You like barking on young kids. He's next. I ain't had time to get at him tonight. But he's next. I told you, I got a lot of people to see this week. And they're going to be getting seen. Yeah, okay? As always, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. All my truckers, boom, boom, it's icy out there. Be safe. You got cat shit in your eye, pull over. Don't drive, okay? Pull over. Take it easy, all right? That load gonna get there when it get there. Safety first. My paperwork is good. This is the original paperwork good. Out of Long Island, the God Ty. What up, God? Make sure you get it when you want it. It's a magazine, it's a barbershop, it's a brand. Not that bootleg shit the other cat is wearing, okay? So shout out to them out there. You dig? See, Bliz, we see you, all right? That's how we gonna move it. Molly, drop that joint. And I'm telling you, I'm reviewing the joint. My infamous knowledge out and be more. 21 songs. I'm getting ready to review it. You're going to see it on my page real soon and all my social media, man. Get a youngin' to listen to. Infamous knowledge. Nice little mixtape out of Be More. What else I got? Cop the book. Because as always, when I wrote it, I said we stay in the justice system. So get it. Because if you don't know anything about it, you need to. All-American Justice System Handbook. And again, go to my community page. This is day 21. Okay? This is day 21. Every day I've been giving you a book to read. Every day, a different book for Black History Month. And we're not going to get off the air without acknowledging the anniversary of the assassination of Malcolm X. Okay? Yeah, that's been quiet. I haven't seen any memes. I haven't seen any speeches. I haven't seen anything. Okay? Yeah, because they don't do it like me. I'm serious and sincere about my people and our struggles. They don't. They homicide. So what good are they for you? What good if they're going to keep feeding you junk food? Okay? Junk food. That shit don't build nothing. Quick sugar rush. You come over here for fruits and veggies and shit that's going to make your goddamn arms strong because we at war. Okay? Serious. You dig? If you came late to class, you here. Much appreciation for you being here. Again, fund the war effort. We at war. We need to organize. We need to get right and be able and really be able to sustain a long, protracted engagement against our enemies. Okay? Molly, we just said, get that music and get that merch up. All right? And 55, gang, get y'all grades up.